YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. So I am back with another reaction video. Now this comes from Smart Guy once again. Before we get into this video though, if you are new to the channel and you love the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. Also share and like the video and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. All right, let's go ahead and get into the video. Here we go.
Black women have to stop letting white women be the inspiration for the standard that they create for black men. And they make demands on black men based upon the inspiration that they get from white women, because white women has been all that they've seen in media damn near their whole life. The next thing is understand that it's a fabricated masculine persona that creates a vibration that actually repels a man into your life. How you think creates how you feel becomes an emotion, and emotion becomes a vibration, that vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So if you don't understand the power and femininity, if you don't understand how to develop femininity, how to apply femininity to your life, to your relationships, to your loved ones, then you're gonna be repelling a good man. Also, just because you can get sex, dates, money, or boy, an adult body, it doesn't mean that you're single, by choice, when in reality is that good man is choosing not to f with you because you don't even f with you.
Oh, baby. No lies detected. No lies detected. No lies detected. That is 100% the truth. And I think women know it. They just don't want to accept it. Once again, it's all about being accountable and accepting what is reality. And a lot of women don't want to live in reality because it does not benefit them. So once if you don't want to hear the truth because the truth hurts, and it shows that you are lacking in certain areas. And unfortunately, when it comes to women hate to be wrong, and they don't want to do anything that will change the narrative if they're comfortable where they are. This is why as a man, you got to meet them where they are. You got to always do the most. It's not them meeting you because they feel that they are better, and you have to do all of the jumping through the hoops and they have to do nothing. And I think that the times are changing. It's shifting, and they're starting to see it, but they don't like it. You know what I'm saying? They don't like it. But man, no lies detected. Let's continue.
And it's time that we start to understand the importance of a relationship, the purpose of a relationship, how to create long-term goals for relationships. A lot of times, because of social media, because our women are so overly sexualized and desensitized, they can't even a man can't even really make plans for that relationship or a future with that woman, because she expects everything to be like right now, yeah, you pay me. And it doesn't go that way. The last point I want to make is, if our women don't realize that, then it leads to a life of celibacy, becoming a lesbian, being miserable, depression, all types. You're going to do all this just because you won't be a woman. Learn how to be a woman and take accountability.
How can a man tell a woman to learn how to be a woman?
Same way a man can lead a woman that he deals with. So
how could you tell someone to learn how to be what they already are?
I'm not asking you to learn.
Can you tell a lion how to be a lion? They need to learn how to be a lion?
Well, if the lion been in the zoo and he's been taught to bark instead of a roar, the lion's been in the zoo, he's been taught that he's really a fish and not a lion. Might have to remind them, hey, buddy, you can roar, right?
Right. Makes sense. And I think to back what he's saying, it's like, women, yeah, you're a woman by nature, but you're not taught to be a woman internally. You're not taught how to be a feminine woman. You're taught how to be masculine like a man. You're taught how to be like men. And this is how a lot of women are operating. So yes, you are a woman by nature, but you're not acting like one. You're acting more like a masculine man. And that's the thing that's a turn off for most men, and women don't see how. And on top of that, they're justifying why they're masculine, why they got to do this and why they got to do that, with instead of trying to find a way to learn their nature. Because if it was taught to you, it can be untaught, in my opinion. So I think, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, if you were taught to be something other than what you are, then that's the way you're going to operate. So you have to relearn what it is to be a woman and what the role of a woman is in order to get what you want. Because I don't think they've put it together that, hey, that had anything to do with getting a man and having a stable relationship and getting what you want out of me. No, they've been taught the opposite, and it's backfiring. It's not really working. It's working against them. And so it's just so hard for women to accept the fact that a woman's supposed to be feminine and you're supposed to be in your feminine nature and you should do this and you should do that, XYZ, it's so hard for them to accept because they haven't been taught that and they don't know anything about it. So anything that they don't know about, something about it has to be wrong with it. And, they don't want to do it. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist because all women don't operate in a masculine energy. There are feminine women out here and those women don't have this problem. But for the women who believe that that's the way they should be, or that's because they were taught that way, and now finding out after all these years that, oh my God, men don't like that. Men like feminine women. Men like women who are women. Men don't want a woman who's acting like a man. It's a shock to their system because that's all they know. Let's continue.
So again, I'm not asking you to identify yourself as a breast carrier, right? Mm-hmm. Talking about the femininity aspect.
No, I know what you mean.
A woman's role is wisdom and balance. But if you don't understand how to apply wisdom and balance to yourself, you're not going to be in a vibration that attracts a man. Last point is a man's role is to protect and provider. How can I be a provider if I don't get provision? So if my relationship with God has been taken from me, and I'm thinking the white man gonna do something for me, the system gonna do something for me, or I'm looking to my woman to do for me what I'm supposed to do for myself from my relationship with God, I'm fucked up. So the woman, she has to use her wisdom to inform her male counterpart of, okay, look, man, this is the process. So yeah, and you're not a black woman, so you're not gonna understand, right? So this is why you see black women. And shout to the engineer back there behind the boards, because I was like, "Yo, what's up with your locks?" I'm like, "Okay, well, keep it coarse, okay, right? Keep it coarse. Bring back the locks, okay." Mm-hmm. So when women say, "Yo, well, what if I want to look beautiful?" Well, that's a problem because your standard or what your perception of beauty is means you got to have blue eyes, green eyes, contacts, white hair, blonde hair, pink hair. You don't even want to have any type of an implication that is African inspired. That's a problem. That's not beauty. That's self-hate. Okay. And instead of you trying to invest in an external appearance, how about you love on yourself some more? How about you be happy? How about you smile more, right? Instead of you putting lipstick on, how about you make your lips go up, right? And then see, and that makes you look more appealing and more beautiful because beauty is internal, not external. And when the internal beauty is so high, it seeps through you externally.
No lies detected. I think he makes a lot of good points. And I think, we would have to have a longer conversation with him because he goes real deep. And I think it's something that majority of us are not prepared for. A lot of women and men are not prepared for in the black community, are not prepared for these conversations because it requires a lot of change. It requires you to do some soul searching and changing your mentality and changing some things about yourself. And he goes deep. He really does. And once again, if there's no accountability, you don't want to hear anything, you don't want to make any changes or any advances, then you're going to constantly be in the same situations that you were always in. So I think it's important to have accountability, to look into yourself, figure out what issues you have, the trauma that you may have, and work on that so that you don't, display a level of pain and hurt and animosity and bitterness towards anyone. Because once again, if you're not fixed on the inner, then it's going to just come out on the outer. This is why you have people lashing out and doing crazy things because they are hurt deep down inside and they've never gotten to a place of working on themselves. And so you display that energy out on who's ever around you, whether it be your children, your family members, your loved ones, your husband, whoever, your boyfriend, whoever it is, you end up displaying that energy to the people that are closest to you. So this is why accountability and inner work is so important because, we talk about people who say they're healed and they've been healed and all that, but a lot of times they have not really been healed. And that trauma and that toxicity is displayed in relationships, and the relationships don't last because it's the work has really not been put in. And the only thing that they know is, let's shift the blame to somebody else. Let's constantly shift the blame because you've worked on yourself in your mind And so you think you got it all together, but this person is forever flawed and they can do nothing right in your eyes. So they're always going to be the problem. When in actuality, y'all both still have problems. Y'all both still are flawed. Y'all both still have issues that you have never worked on, but it's always shifted to the men and nothing is ever placed on the women. So listen, let me know what y'all think of this conversation. I mean, this could go really deep. I'm going to try to put the link to this in the description if you want to go ahead and check out the full video. Comment, like, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.